broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. For TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I want to see it. Hey.
Hey there!
Hey, yo.
Hey! That's Kaori being like, oh, wait, we're on now.
That's the mic.
Yeah.
It's live.
We are live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the YouTube page, the iTunes, the SoundCloud. Like, subscribe, tell friends, 5-star ratings, all that fun stuff. Of course, Twitter, at AfterBuzzTV. And we're here to talk SmackDown for you. Welcome, I'm Christian Rosenberg, at Real Rosenberg. Joining me, first off, the lovely lady who's putting Mario to shame with her awesome dress, Miss Kaori Takee at Kaori's.
Hi, everybody.
That was very energetic.
I don't know.
And Corey,
brought to you by Adderall.
I feel like I've seen this person before. Who's this guy next to you? I'm trying to.
He's here for Black History Month.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I'm here.
We had a complaint last week
Yeah.
for Black History Month
That I hadn't been here for Black History Month.
that Rome the Ruler
So
hasn't been here.
he has returned.
I'm here. I've been on a lot of comedy club stages, and that's usually where I am on Thursday nights. The show switched. Hey, it's not my fault. So
You're so far.
I
Come
do
closer.
Well, listen,
Okay.
you have completely jacked up my video game memories with this dress right here, fellas. I'm telling you, yes. And I'm not talking about Daniel Bryan. All right, let's go.
And we're going to be talking about Daniel Bryan quite a bit on this show, along with Roman Reigns. But
I missed you. Okay, anyways.
Well, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Oh, first off, by the way, we are opening the phone lines again tonight. So if you want to chat with us, you can call in live 424-256-1729, and we can talk about the SmackDown. But we got to start with Seth Rollins, who was not on SmackDown this week.
No, but he was everywhere else.
He was on a lot of pieces of social media the last few days.
Why? Why was that?
Well, there were private parts that were displayed.
He was in the Howard Stern movie?
No.
Why are you hesitating to say the word penis?
Because I wanted you to say it.
See, I was going to keep going until I wanted to get you to maximum
Hey, look,
uncomfort.
And I would have gone there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk penis, so let's do this.
Okay, well,
That is
Corey,
true.
why don't we lead us off with you? So, some issue with Seth Rollins, his fiance, this NXT diva who's not on TV yet, supposedly somehow in the mix of this, nude photos leaking everywhere. Not a good thing
Naked
for anyone.
No.
People.
But that's the way it goes now with your phones capturing every single thing and
Why do
angle.
people still do it?
I don't know.
With all these leaks.
I've never done the naked thing. You guys don't believe me? Whatever.
Chat roll.
I didn't say anything.
That I know better. But, you know.
I just don't understand why. I mean, I get it. You know, you got a camera. It's convenient. You can
Yeah.
send pictures back. But why not delete these things? Like
That's what Snapchat was for, right?
Yeah, they invented the whole Snapchat.
But didn't they realize, oh wait, not everything gets deleted from Snapchat after all, and someone hacked into that?
I think Snapchat's doing something all kind of new.
Well, of course, there's a guy in a lab somewhere, just in a server room, just looking at all your Snapchats. Yeah.
But you see, there was once upon a time, and I believe it came out like a couple years ago, there was a morality clause in the contracts, and we can talk about that also, because we got a call coming in already, starting things right off. Caller, what's your name, where you're from?
Hey, it's Emmanuel Dominguez, EDM 2000 from Raleigh, California.
What's up, Emmanuel? What is your thought on the whole Seth Rollins fiasco?
The Seth Rollins is kind of scandalous. I mean, like, I didn't even know about it till when the Raw after show started to begin, and someone told me online that, you know, that there was new photos of him, and I'm like, what? And then they said that they had it in the WWE.com in his, you know, in his profile, which is kind of more shocking because, you know, I would think, you know, they had, you know, it's secure. The celebrities, you know, should not, you know, post, you know, new photos of themselves. But hey, it's their private life. They could do whatever they want, and
So do you think?
it is what it is.
Do you think though, even though it was like private life and it got posted, even if it wasn't him that posted them, do you think he should be punished?
Most likely, no. They're not going to punish him because it's not isn't doing it. But if it gets more like a public knowledge and it starts to affect, the city itself, then they might take action and he might lose.
I think it's going to add
the
viewership.
briefcase and everything.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it will.
Anytime people get naked, ratings go up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't understand why this could be a bad thing for the WWE. Now, granted, it may be a bad thing for Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Because they possibly wouldn't want him being at the forefront of the company when you got something like this out there.
He can't be face for a while.
Well, I don't think that was the plan anytime soon. Emmanuel, thank you for calling in.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, what's up?
Somebody last week asked me to ask this because I was supposed to call in, but something came up. But they wanted Kaori to say happy birthday to you, Matt, Christian.
Oh, thank you. My birthday's in a couple weeks, but I'll take the early birthday, which is any day.
He's early.
That's all right. My birthday, you know, you can give me a good birthday present. I want to get to 2,000 followers on Twitter by my birthday. February 28th. I'm close.
Okay, we have to take a second. Dude, this is like the most pathetic.
I don't care. I will be desperate.
You know what you need? You need me to take a dick pic of you.
No, I want followers. I want followers. I don't want to lose them and get kicked off of Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, nice talking to you guys.
All right, thanks, man.
I scared him off.
You scared him.
You scared poor Emmanuel off.
Yeah, that would go bad. I think our show's ratings would. I don't know, would they plummet?
Well, we're just talking about my Twitter.
Pun intended.
Rome's back.
Nice.
So I get. We'll have to see
Great.
what
Let's just keep it
happens. We'll see what happens with Seth Rollins. Obviously, they had him off SmackDown today, which is rare. I don't remember the last time he was off a show. And we'll see, because
when did it actually happen?
I think Monday.
Monday night,
Monday.
while
That's
Raw was on.
Wow.
That's a crazy. I mean, if this is really what happened, that's a crazy girlfriend or fiance or whatever.
Well, not so much if she really, because my theory, and this is just me, not trying to throw this on anybody else. I think she found the relationship out.
Yeah, I mean that's messed up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still wouldn't do that to the dude.
Well, that's because you're not crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What would you do in that situation? Say you were dating a well-known, in this case, sports entertainer,
Yeah.
and you found out potentially he's cheating from this naked
I would
photos.
just leave him. I would call him out and leave him.
How would you call him out, though? That's still
doesn't
making
have
him
to-
look bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't
boy.
have to be out on social media. That's like a privacy thing but that's just me, But anyway, let's move on. I guess I'm not as crazy as.
No, that's fine. I was just curious what your thoughts were.
Yeah, well.
And Corey has to move on, so she's not comfortable talking about Seth Rollins' private
No,
parts.
we can talk about his private parts. I have a picture.
Were they impressive?
It was okay. I mean,
Seth, you didn't get the Cesaro treatment from Corey.
You're not going over, buddy.
I'm not saying
Seth is not getting over in this. SmackDown starts.
that was
Backstage.
terrible. You guys cornered me there.
No, what was your response?
Okay, well.
We can keep going. You just
We
said
could.
cornered you, and you're just giving more ammo to us.
So SmackDown kicks off with a bunch of tag teams in the back with Kane and Big Show. Conspicuous by their absence, no Golden Stardust and no Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Not quite sure why. Well, Golden and Stardust are pretty much broken up, but Cesaro and Kidd are like the #1 contenders for the tag titles, and they're nowhere to be seen. But Kane and Big Show are giving this big motivational, pre-game speech to all the tag teams. Mind you, they're like good guys and bad guys. And they're talking about, we're going to have a tag team turmoil match tonight. Normally, if you have that, that's usually for the tag team titles. But there's no titles on the line or anything like that. And team #1 in the tag team turmoil is Dan O'Brien and Roman Reigns. And we're seeing all these teams. So we got the Ascension, we got the Usos, we got the Matadors, we got Slater Gator is back. We got...
He's back.
Yeah. I think
A
there was...
bunch of guys that are going to get buried to Reigns and Bryan.
Don't spoil it.
Well, no, I don't think that's a spoiler at all. I think you just look at the lineup and you go, yeah, knew who's going to win that one.
So they're all pumped up for this match. And I'll get into why some of them shouldn't have been pumped up to begin with when we get into the actual match. But the first match of SmackDown is Bray Wyatt versus R-Truth. This went about 5-6 minutes, and that was about 4 minutes too long.
Yeah.
No real notes on this. Bray Wyatt won. To no surprise.
What?
I know. It was shocker.
I can't believe
Shocker.
it. That's
Shocking.
amazing.
Kaori is amazed. Shock and awe over her face. That's really all I got for that match. I got nothing else for that. And because really this show was, let's talk about tag teams. Because that was what almost the entire show was about. Paige versus Summer Rae. Bellas are on commentary. And the entire time on commentary, the Bellas are just talking over each other. So you can't even really understand everything that's being said.
Yeah.
That doesn't help things.
No.
Meanwhile, the Divas match actually was pretty good. This was the best I've seen Summer Rae in a long time.
Well, you've seen Summer Rae in a long time period, right?
Also true. That is also true. It's been a while since we've seen her in a one-on-one match. But yeah, good match. Paige wins with the PTO. And then there was a stare down between Paige and the Bellas. And that was that.
Oh, gosh.
We're already 20 minutes into the show.
I'm like, we're 50% through the entire show.
I just want Paige to get that Divas champion.
Well, next week we'll do our predictions.
Well, I can tell you what I want right now.
Yeah,
can't I?
I
Look at you. Don't you know? There's some Seth Rollins in here.
Is there?
Look at instead.
Is there? How far are you going to lean back from the microphone?
I'm just. Here you go.
You're like, I'm over here. This is what I think of the match.
Yes. Okay.
I was noticing that, and I'm just like, where's she going?
She's slowly rolling away.
Backing up.
All right.
Vignette for Sheamus. He's coming back. And it's such a big deal that he's getting vignettes for it.
They're really desperate.
Yeah, a little bit.
I am really curious what they're going to do with him, though. Because it's a matter of, like, where do you throw him in?
Is that always the problem with Sheamus? Where do you put him?
After his last major injury, that was the problem.
Yeah.
And then they started kind of finding the spot for him. And then he got hurt again.
Yeah.
They just need to repackage him, honestly.
Well, I kind of hope they do. I really hope they turn him heel.
I really hope they do. Yeah, they have to do something because he's just boring. His gimmick is just, okay, great, you're Irish or whatever, and you're redhead and freckly, and yeah.
What's wrong with redhead freckly people, huh?
Well, no, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say they're boring, but then you started posing and stuff. I was like, I can't.
He's doing this too.
I was.
Oh my gosh.
It's just he's stuck in a old school. I love old school gimmicks, but not like that one. It's just generic. I prefer Rusev being he's generic too. He's the foreign bully powerhouse.
America, hot to it.
Yeah.
All the Iron Sheik action.
Sergeant Slaughter's gonna come out and like defect. And, yeah.
I will say, I think I might prefer Sheamus a little bit over Rusev because
You just decided to join the show again?
I was like, you know what? You guys deserve to hear my voice.
So I thought you were like mid-sentence.
Oh, I was? Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, let's
Fine.
do this.
Well,
What are we doing this show?
I don't know what's happening over on that side of the table.
We're having fun.
I'm back.
Rome's back. All hell's broken loose.
As
Okay.
usual.
Now, this I want to actually talk about, because on Raw, they announced the latest inductee to the Hall of Fame, Rikishi, being added to the 2015 class.
What do you think?
I was going to ask you guys the same question. Do you think Rikishi deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
And that's why I beat you to it.
You did. From an individual career standpoint, I would say yes. And the reason being is a lot of people are forgetting that he was also a head shrinker.
Yeah.
And worked his way several time tag team champion between that and in Too Cool. And then Intercontinental Champion. Obviously the legendary Samoan family that he's in. So I do feel he deserves to be in. Some people don't. And I understand their argument for that as well, because he was never really... He was in a few pay-per-view main events, but he was never the top guy.
Yeah, he was never the guy.
Right.
Immensely popular, though.
Hugely popular. And the sad thing is, he was known for just throwing his ass in people's faces when he was actually an incredibly talented wrestler for a man his size.
Very agile.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't think that it's just happening because Roman Reigns is going to be in the main event at WrestleMania. So let's get some type of family member
That's what
involved.
I was thinking. It just all fits so well as like Arnold Schwarzenegger getting in there and just in time for the movie. It's always just perfectly timed.
I really hope to bring up the fact that Rikishi was the one who trained Rusev.
Yeah, that's true. I really, getting back to the Hall of Fame just for a split second, I really want them to take it more seriously, and they do, granted. They take it way more seriously than they used to. Mm-hmm. But for Arnold Schwarzenegger to go to the WWE Hall of Fame, it's a cheap marketing ploy. I understand why they're doing it, but why?
The day it was announced, I mentioned on the show, he was on one SmackDown, gave a backhand to Triple H, and then guest hosted Raw earlier last year.
Yeah.
And he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the damn WWE Hall of Fame.
He's one notch higher than us right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We make one appearance on SmackDown, backhand Triple H. We got a shot.
Oh, can we do that? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, actually it would.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, Paul. No, but I mean, it's just, it's one of those things where I understand why they got to do it. It brings in the mainstream. It brings in, a different set of eyes. So I understand that, but this is like that one thing that pure wrestling fans have held in a high regard for years.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of seeing just celebs that didn't do a damn thing for the industry, really. And granted, yes, by showing up, they did something for the industry.
And there are some that deserve to be in.
There are a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are a bunch that don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, like we said, Rikishi, though. Do you think Rikishi deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
That's such a tough one.
He's like on the fence. He's back and forth.
Incredible performer, but there are a lot of incredible performers. Mm-hmm. When you talk Hall of Fame, especially in my mind, you're talking upper echelon guys. And granted, there are some guys that weren't super upper echelon that made it in, but they were from the 80s, super nostalgia, you remember them. Him going in, I don't have as much of a problem with it. I think it has more to do with his family legacy than anything. Granted, like you said, he was never the guy, but he played a really strong supporting role for the guy. So based on that, it's one of those like 55-45, I'm not sure which way I'm leaning type of things.
Right. And I'm curious what you guys watching live and listening live think. So, let us know in the chat roll. Do you think Rikishi is a Hall of Famer? Feel free to call in. Let us know. 424-256-1729.
Is anyone in that family not going to go into the Hall of Fame? I think like almost all of them are.
Wow, that's a great question.
Except for Haku.
And he should be. Haku.
He should be.
I feel Haku deserves it more than Rikishi.
Oh, he does.
Why won't he be in it?
Don't know.
He spent so many years in WCW.
WCW, Ming.
And I loved Ming.
Yeah, Ming was killer.
I remember as a kid, I was watching like the Saturday morning one. He took a wooden chair over the head, it shattered on his head, and he just stood there. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, this guy's invincible.
Yeah. King Haku, first wrestler I ever
King Haku.
King Haku, back in the day. First guy I ever touched at a rail when I was a kid.
Back on the SmackDown, Fandango versus Adam Rose, a rematch of last week, where for some reason Fandango is a good guy now. And we'll get into that match briefly right after we got another call. So caller, what's your name, where you're from, plug your Twitter, all that fun stuff.
My name is London, Lundon, at Justin on Instagram.
Lun?
Lun, so it's more like Lundon.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just completely made fun of your name, and I apologize,
Let him
sir.
say his name how he wants to say it.
I was just trying to get clarification. You're over here making fun of the man.
Hey, I'm trying to have some fun here. What's up, London?
From New York, by the way.
New York.
But yeah, I just want to say that, I'm young, I'm 17 years old, but personally, I don't think that Rikishi should be in the Hall of Fame.
Why not?
I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame because, yes, I know there's a lot of non-main eventers in the Hall of Fame, but he was one wrestler. Like, I loved him as a kid. I'm still a kid, but I loved him. But personally, I don't think that he quite deserves it as much as a whole bunch of other wrestlers. Like, I would rather put Umaga in before Rikishi, even though he hasn't done as much as Rikishi.
That's a fair point, but then you also have to remember they usually only induct one person who's passed away each year. So we already got Randy Savage.
And that's a legend.
Right.
It's like
should have been in.
Finally, yeah.
But I can make the argument. You can make the argument either way also for Umaga.
Yeah. Well, see, that's when I know immediately I don't think should be in the Hall of Fame. Longevity, and I mean, granted, it was unfortunate that he died, but he wasn't there long enough. He had that one big match at WrestleMania with Lashley, but I'm thinking Donald Trump, who's also in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, Umaga, I understand he was a force, but right now, to me, he was the Rusev character. He was Rusev 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. So, London, you got anything else you want to say?
You're a brother, aren't you, London?
Say it again?
You're a brother, aren't you?
No.
He doesn't sound. I would not
like
have
brother.
guessed brother. See.
No, I'm lying.
Like
I'm
brother.
lying. I am brother.
You are.
See, I knew it. Because black folks
I
like to
just wanted
spell
to hear
names
Rome's
different.
reaction if I said no.
Nah, because see, you gave it away when you said your name was London and then you spelled it a different way. That's what black folks do. That's black folks.
But since
That's what we do.
Yeah, that is so true, brother.
But since we all love wrestling, aren't we all really brothers and sisters together, like a big family as far as wrestling fans go?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Christian Rosenberg just wants to fit in.
I do. It's
He
true.
does. He really does.
Thanks for calling, London. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Bye.
That got interesting.
You just got to talk to the people, man.
Why not? So Adam Rose versus Fandango, like I said, rematch from last week.
Can an Asian person call? Just say. Okay, let's go.
Wow, we don't screen the calls based on nationalities.
I'm just saying. What?
Wow.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
So Fandango wins the match clean, and Adam Rose is pissed. Even though the Rosebuds had nothing to do with anything, he just starts taking them out and storms off. How long are they going to do this before there's just no more Rosebuds and he finally turns into Leo Kruger and I can start using Rosebuds again?
It's just a filler. Are you really gonna go back and use it again?
Dude,
just like drop it
do
like it's
it
hot.
now.
No, just drop it.
He could drop it. Or
Well, I have my Rose Buddies, and some of them always say that I'm the originator of the Rosebuds.
you are.
Arguably, I think you're more popular than Adam Rose.
Thank you.
That's a huge compliment.
I know.
Thank
and I'm
you.
Throwing up a little
I'm
bit in my mouth.
shocked right now.
I'm just playing.
Hey guys, we all know he's a man.
I'm
no,
a
no,
real
no,
man.
don't do
man.
this.
Steven is in the booth. Please,
No,
please,
no,
Steven.
No,
No, damn it.
please.
Damn it. Don't play that.
Are you the predictions champion right now, Rosen?
No, it's me.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
then I
yeah,
won't-
Corey.
I
is
won't
in
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, well.
Thanks.
Fastlane.
Yeah, Coke, please. Not even.
Is that like the lamest name for a WWE?
It's such a
It's
terrible
lame.
name
I
for
think
a
every time
pay-per-view.
we bring it up, we talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many other things I could have done. A recap. Oh, go ahead. I thought you said something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Recap from Raw of Sting accepting Triple H's challenge to stand face to face at Fastlane,
We're going to look at each other.
and it was accepted by the Titantron and Heath Slater dressed up as Sting. That's who was the guy dressed up as Sting for that split second in the ring on Monday.
See this blank face I have right now?
I was kind of like, why was that even needed? You could have just had the Darkness and the Tron. That would have been enough.
Would have been it.
You didn't need that Sting that looked. First off, his hair was like 3 times longer than Sting's.
Yeah.
So it's like, why did you even have that?
Who is this guy? It's worse than the fake. They could have found the fake Sting.
That was their best bet for a fake Sting.
Yeah, but the other fake Sting was so much better. The NWO fake Sting. When Sting was up in the rafters.
And then we also find out this Monday in Raw, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, will be on hand. Hopefully resolving some peace between his 2 sons, Golden Stardust. Rome, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, what do you think about it? Oh, here we go. Yes.
Baby, listen. son! The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is here in the studio, the AfterBuzz TV, if you will. Where is that beautiful Maria Menounos? You know, I like to see the babies when I come through.
Dusty, you're a little fresh this evening.
Dusty Rhodes, listen, the American Dream. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is always ready. Always ready. You got another question for me, son?
Well, you ready for Monday to, confront
Monday
your two
night?
sons?
Dallas, auditorium.
I don't know if it's in Dallas, but
What?
I don't think it's in Dallas.
Oh. Cow Palace, San Francisco.
I don't know if it's in San Francisco
Dusty
either.
Rhodes, can you please stop yelling into the mic? Get at least a foot away from the mic, Dusty Rhodes. You've been at this a pretty long time. I'm pretty sure you should know this by now.
Been at this a long. Listen, I don't know whoever that is in the booth. Listen, but I tell you, if you're in there with them 4 horsemen and Tully Blanchard, that's Tully. I'm gonna go get him. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, as you were saying, young sir.
All right. Well, Dusty, thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, you wanted to talk about my boys.
Well, I did, but I think
We ran out of
of time for you.
Rome, have a Snickers. You turn into Dusty Rhodes when you're hungry.
When you're hungry, you turn into the American Dream. You turn into the son of the
Oh
plumber.
man, that was just off the top of the head. I don't even know.
He blacked out just now. He had no idea what happened.
Even though that was good, I probably did spit all over the table.
So now we're into the turmoil match, and this match began 50 minutes into the show. So it's like, this is the main event, and we have an hour and 10 minutes of it.
And the main event's on.
Starts Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Miz and Mizdow.
Oh, I forgot that was the first thing.
They went quick.
Yeah, that
You had your
was
typical
like-
little Mizdow exchanges.
Yeah.
But then they just beat the crap out of Miz. Superman, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns kept blind tagging each other in, kind of one-upping each other. Superman punch, running knee, Miz and Mizdow gone. Then all of a sudden, number 2 is the Usos, tag champs, coming in at number 2 in this tag team turmoil.
Think about it.
And they went about 25 minutes. Like, they went forever.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't until like the second half of the match where I think it dawned on everyone, wait, these are Roman Reigns' cousins. Why is he wrestling his cousins? And it kind of dawned on him too, so all of a sudden he kind of stopped doing everything. Told Daniel Bryan, hey, stop hurting them. And
I didn't like that.
It's like, hey man, I just realized. I'm
Yeah, it's
related
like,
to you
dude,
guys.
come on now.
Well,
Yeah.
there are two things.
Weird.
One, you got
Jeez.
that, and it happened so late. Number 2, why are the Usos listening to Kane and Big Show and being a part of this match?
Shouldn't even be there.
No.
Writers?
If anything, they should have been like, no, you know what? We're not going to be a part of this. Kane, Big Show, no, this is wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Refuse to wrestle. Okay, you're going to be taken out. And who knows, some punishment will happen on Raw to them. Input, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Makes sense.
Yep. You want to go right on the writing team?
Yeah,
Want to be
it's-
part of creative?
Oh, actually, he probably really does, though.
I think it's
Not really. It's you know how much they got to change that stuff
Yeah.
like hours before the show? That's super
But your
stressful.
predictions
That's-
are really out there sometimes. You have like a full storyline for your predictions.
Yeah, you are like ready to go.
When these headphones are off, the mind still goes and has no end in sight.
This is true. There's no sarcasm here.
Yep.
None at all.
No exaggeration.
Before we came on the air, he told me a story for
You should
45
hear his
minutes.
car
Because we got
story.
cut off by like 7 people.
He's not even finished.
I've been having a lot of. I
Still
haven't
going.
finished the story.
Once this ends,
It's a personal story about a bunch of car issues I've had over the last week.
I'm
I'm not going to deal with it on the air.
This again? Wait.
I'm not dealing with it right now.
He's still gonna be going. We're gonna come back next week. He's gonna still be.
Tune in next week to find out the thrilling conclusion of what happened with my car. So there was a point in the match with the Usos where Daniel Bryan is kicking, I think it was Jimmy, on the outside of the ring, just beating them down, and Roman stops him. What are you doing? He's hurt. We can't win that way. Aren't there countouts? Okay, so you can win that way.
Usually,
Yeah,
unless the WWE outlawed those. I don't
know. But these guys went a very long time. It was a very entertaining match between these two teams. Daniel Bryan gets his knees up on an Uso splash, then puts in the yes lock. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns win. They beat the tag team champions, who were their second opponents. Keep that in mind. Then, after they beat the tag champs, out come Los Matadores. This went just a couple minutes.
Yep.
Double arm superplex by Dan O'Brien into the yes lock. They beat the Matadors.
Thank you.
And that's really that entire match.
I know.
And in the midst of all this, by the way, we got to give props to Chad Patton, the referee of this hour and 10-minute match. Because it's one thing when you find out, what you need to be prepared for in a match, let alone the finishes of like 5 or 6 consecutive matches to remember all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Kudos to him. Not many people can do that. So I want to make sure he got some props in the midst of this crazy super long match.
Finishes.
That's why I get the big butts.
Yeah.
Do they though?
No.
They don't.
I'm sure more than me.
They deserve more.
And the chat roll wants to hear the car story. But I'm not gonna do it because we only have so much time.
And he'll jack up all
It would be my
even though we got the sad music going.
time hearing that car story.
Well, maybe just a little. No, I'm kidding.
Like the shows following us will be laid.
Yeah.
So that match ended. So now Dan O'Brien and Roman Reigns have defeated 3 legit tag teams. Keep that in mind. Out comes Slater Gator making their return. Heath Slater got a big old haircut. He's lost some weight. He looks great. And Titus never got in this match and they beat the crap out of Heath Slater. Reigns dominated this match by himself, speared Slater. Out goes Slater Gator. They've now defeated 4 tag teams without a break. Next comes the Ascension. This is where I was getting really worried. Mm-hmm. You can't have the Ascension, who has not lost a match yet, lose, let alone being tag team number 5.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, granted, they went over aggressive and the ref disqualified them, but they still lost to Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. That is now 5 tag teams that Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns have defeated.
How many are left after?
Well, like we said, Stardust and Goldust were not in it, who are kind of broken up now, and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. That's the only other one I can think of. Chat roll, please help me out if I'm missing a current tag team.
Are you in a YouTube chat roll?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's why.
We're
on the other chat roll. That's
Oh.
why I don't understand. Well, because the YouTube doesn't work on there. Okay, well, it's good.
Yeah, we got 2 different chat rolls going. We're that good. We got YouTube, AfterBuzzTV.com, iTunes, SoundCloud. You name it, we do it.
And they should rate, comment, subscribe, and all that juicy stuff,
All that juicy stuff.
Yeah.
5 stars.
5 stars. Tag team number 6 comes in of the Big Show and Kane.
And no one cares at this point.
Yeah. Got that right.
Yeah.
But in the midst of this, out of the blue, for no apparent reason, Big Show and Kane are mad at each other. Because they're blind tagging each other. Why does that matter? Isn't the purpose to dismantle these two? Mm-hmm. Why are we getting angry at each other? I don't understand it. And the match goes on. They're dominating. They continue to argue. And then Big Show Big Show knockout punches Kane. And then turns to a spear. Which then turns into a running knee. And Dan O'Brien and Roman Reigns, in the midst of a Big Show face turn, which we'll get to in a minute, defeated literally 6 tag teams.
The whole roster except for Cena. And Brock.
Tag team.
Why would you have 2 singles wrestlers beat your entire tag team division?
Everyone.
Yeah, why would they do that?
All that does is mean everyone on a tag team cannot hang anywhere else on the card.
Oh, that sucks. The way you say it that way.
But that's exactly what
It
happened.
makes me sad. Why would they do that? It makes everyone look terrible.
Why did you just turn into Fran Drescher?
I don't know. Excuse me. I was thinking about his car story and how I'm going to have to hear it after this, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. That's why the whole tag team division lost. They
wanted to get out of the ring so they didn't have to hear the story. It was last Wednesday when it began.
Oh, God.
I brought my car.
That was actually the...
I think you muted me too.
He muted me. That was awesome.
Mute you and have lower third just scrolling below you.
Yeah. We'll get more into how they just completely destroyed the tag team division in a minute. But first, why is Big Show a good guy again?
I don't know.
I don't.
With no build-up. With zero build-up.
I've given up on what they're doing. I don't even know. It's like they just go, hey, there's Big Show. What are we going to do with him this week? I don't know.
Well, I think it's like we have Big Show, we have Kane, we have nothing for them. Hey, these two have made more face heel turns than anyone else ever. Let's do one more time with one of them and give them maybe one more Fastlane match and one more WrestleMania match.
Why does Big Show have to be in one of the bigger matches all the time? He's not that.
That wouldn't be one of the big. That'd be a
I'm just
mid-card
saying, like,
match.
he's not that great.
No,
Well,
he's
actually excellent.
Yeah, he's really good. That's why they feel like they can just plug him into everything, but it ruins it for us because we can't connect to the guy.
Yeah.
All the connection that we had was, 10 years ago? Mm-hmm. That was it. So I don't think anything has been bigger for Big Show since, Floyd Mayweather was huge, but
that was his biggest WrestleMania match.
That was his biggest WrestleMania match. And then, what was that, WrestleMania 2000 when they did the 4-way?
Yep.
Yeah, those.
And Ron Corleone in the YouTube chat, thanks for, reminding us how things like this have happened before. There was a match with Cena and Orton, took on like 20-on-1 at one point on a Raw, and Cena single-handedly took out Nexus on a pay-per-view, which is all true. And
he like F5'd all of them at the same time.
Cena F5'd people?
Same damn move.
but he's absolutely right. And we haven't had one of those in several years. But then all of a sudden on this SmackDown, what's so great about the tag team division when we know that none of these guys can beat Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan, let alone 2-on-1?
Yeah.
The Matadors lost to Daniel Bryan by himself. Slater lost to Roman Reigns by himself. Mm-hmm. The Mizdow practically lost to just one of them by themselves. And the fact that you had the tag team champions lose to them when they've already wrestled a team.
Yeah.
This did nothing positive for the tag team division. No. It made Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan look like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I think that's what they want.
That's what they wanted, but was it worth it? I don't think it was.
Nah, definitely not. You can't have someone destroying the entire tag team division or two people destroying the tag team division when one is 6'3", the other is 5'8", and they're destroying everyone
while feuding with each other.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's the point.
I didn't understand it. I love tag team turmoil matches. I enjoy the concept of them for number one contenderships or if the titles are on the line.
Yeah.
It's great because it gives a lot of the tag teams the exposure because, let's face it, this hour and 10 minutes showed the tag team division. But it showed the tag team division is weak.
Yeah. Do you think the WWE doesn't care about the tag team division right now? They go through these ebbs and flows of
they care. I think they should care.
They should, definitely.
It's interesting because all of a sudden you've now had, you're having two of your teams pretty much break up in Star and Goldust and Miz and Mizdow are on the verge of breaking up. So it's like they rise in teams and then a couple will break up and then it kind of goes in that lull for a little bit and then a couple more come up because eventually Lucha Dragons will come up there. Eventually another tag team from NXT will come up there and all of a sudden be like, ooh, this tag team division's fresh again. Mm-hmm. And, same goes with the Divas division. That's a similar thing, too. Charlotte's going to be making her way up anytime soon now. So, it's just a matter of, you can still keep it. You pair some other people off, but like Cesaro and Tyson, that's working. Because you had nothing for them, and they work really well as a tag team. Yeah. This can work for a while. Miz and Mizdow, it worked. Mm-hmm. So, to do this and just literally, Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns should be the tag team champions now.
They could be.
They won a tag team turmoil match.
Yeah.
They literally beat 6 tag teams. Why are they not tag team champions?
Because they don't like each other.
Because you don't write for creative.
Do you think on Raw they're going to have the Usos defend the tag titles against them now?
Oh, nah. They got to have some level of protection for the tag team championships. I would hope so. But they just, they beat everybody just now. So I don't even know. I can't even say. It's one of those things where it's like, you know what, you guys want us to take this more seriously, buy in, but then you give us crap like that. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
they want us to believe that Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan just Marshawn lynched the entire tag team division.
Grabbing their crotch in the end zone and all.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to Seth Rollins. No, I'm kidding.
Skittles.
So
and Corey's back.
And Corey's back. And Corey's back in the conversation.
No, it's okay. No talk penis.
So that's pretty much. I mean, that's how SmackDown ends, with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns defeating 6 teams, then staring at each other. You would think maybe they would have started brawling after at least something. But I'm sorry, I just don't understand why this happened.
I'm sorry, her last line just...
No, I got it.
Yeah, just...
I was trying to advance from it.
Yeah, no, it's too good. I'm just going to call it right there.
So that's generally how this whole SmackDown ends for this week, and we do have a quick announcement that we're able to, we're going to start making as we start plugging, as we get closer and closer to WrestleMania, because we're all going to be hanging out at WrestleMania. Yeah. We're all going to have fun, and we want to have fun with our listeners, our fans. We want to chance. Yes, all of you in the studio audience, thank you. Please let me make the announcement first. Let me make the announcement, guys. Thank you. I just talked to a bunch of imaginary people. Shut up. You shut up.
This is happening right now.
And he's going to tell you his car story, audience members.
Yeah, so I'll mention this after the car story. No. Hey, wake up. Wake up. I haven't made the announcement yet. I haven't made the announcement. Wake up. Why were you in Law & Order just now? Law & Order just Did someone die? What the hell just happened?
Munch just walked in.
That was amazing.
Friday night, March 27th. The Friday night of WrestleMania weekend, 8 o'clock at Cafe Frascati, which is just down the street from the San Jose Convention Center where Access is taking place. We are going to be doing a live WrestleMania pre-show, podcast show, extravaganza, crazy
greatest thing in the history of greatest things.
Yes.
Yada, yada, yakety schmackety.
And we want our listeners to go and hang out with us. This is a chance for all of us to hang out. Maybe we'll get you on the podcast. Maybe we'll get you to talk to us or make fun of us. I'll be wearing a Rose shirt. Make fun of it. People like doing that. It's fine. I've learned to accept it. But I think I look handsome in them. Great. You know I look better in this than any of you.
We do not need to be here.
That's right. There it is. There it is.
Do not need to be here.
I think I'm going to call it 5150 on this dude over here.
What is going on?
We're just talking about that people who are going to WrestleMania can hang out with us Friday, March 27th at Cafe Frascati. And, of course, we're going to be all around WrestleMania, Hall of Fame, all that fun stuff, which we'll be hanging out with everyone to begin with. But that's going to be a whole fun adventure just with us and just with our fans. I think it'll be a swell time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. I want to know what the YouTube chat roll says about that show and the fact that you just talked to about 15 imaginary people. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
I don't know. Someone was just asking, saying they would love to have a job here. I don't know where that came from. And people are talking about R-Truth. What? Where? Where did R-Truth come from and all that?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. But
anyway.
But that's our show.
Yeah,
that's our show for this week.
I would love to see everybody March 27th on Friday, so come kick it with me.
Buy us drinks
just Corey.
Just
no one
me.
else.
Nobody else.
They're all going to show up for
I'm
her.
all you need.
Oh.
Just kidding. Of course I'm kidding.
Anywho.
All right.
Anywho. Rome, plug your Twitter and whatnot.
Rome the Ruler, as always. Empire of Rome on Instagram. Join me, follow me, talk to me, all of that good stuff. March 1st, Comedy Store Main Room.
There you go.
Nice.
LA Comedy Competition. LA Comedy Circuit Competition.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. And then you can find me Kaorious. That's Kaorious on Instagram as well as Twitter.
That's right. And you can follow me on Twitter at Real Rosenberg. This Monday night, February 16th, I'm performing at IO West in Hollywood. February 17th, I'm performing at the Playhouse West in North Hollywood. And February 21st, Insane Wrestling League presents Toxic Masculinity. Yes,
great
that's
name.
the name of their show.
Great name.
It's a great name. That deserves that.
Yeah.
That deserves that. I'll be calling the action over there. If you're in Baldwin Park area, come come on and check it out, and you can get more details on that by following them on Twitter at InsaneWL. And of course, all your other AfterBuzz TV news, gossip, recaps, follow them at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Rome Moore and Kaori Takee, I'm Christian Rosenberg. See you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Mariska Hargitay.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.